going to play some High Speed here. This is a game I actually used to own for a little while, and a game that I recall first playing at Hershey Park, an amusement park in middle of Pennsylvania. And I remember going there and enjoying the crap out of this game, and just getting excited about when I would get to play it again. It's one of the best Steve Ritchie designs, and some argue one of the games responsible for pinball's reemergence in the mid and late 1980s. It's a game with a side ramp and a side flipper. The jackpot is there. The main goal is to complete all of the green, yellow, red lights and shoot the ramp to get away into multi-ball. And when you're in multi-ball, the jackpot is also the ramp. And we'll talk about some of the other features as we go along. You'll find that the loops are also very valuable in this game, and it's fast, it's furious. This game is set up with red rubbers. It's the same game that was used in Pinball 2012, where Mats Runsten played the very last game in the qualifying in round 10 to seize the top qualifier position out of the hands of other players who played a fine game on this High Speed. All right, got to rev your engine here. Really nice touch by the designers of the software, the hardware, everything here, just making this a nice experience. Great music, great sound package. You look at the people who are in this game: Steve Ritchie, Larry DeMar, Eugene Jarvis, Mark Springer, Beau Parade. These are great people who put together a fine game, and let's go play it. So you just saw a couple of the major objectives of the game completed there back to back. One is shooting ramps. The ramp shots awards points, bonus multiplier, and also one of the lights to advance towards multi-ball. Green lights light yellow, yellow lights light red, and red lights light the ramp for escape. The freeways you light by going through an in-lane and then shooting the corresponding loop, or by making a loop, and that will also light the freeway. You can let it go past that upper flipper and then re-loop. The second loop shot lights the spinners. This is a really nice thing to have, especially on games with juiced spinners. 1,000 to spin, and those points add up quickly. That left spinner's still going. So one tactic, aside from having really nice spinners, is to just keep making loops, trying to keep making freeways, keep making ramps. The ramp bonus, now I'm at 5x multiplier. And I'm also continuing to be able to make freeway points. But as you saw there, High Speed is a very punishing game. It's really the first missed shot and the ball just ends up totally out of control, floating around. One important tactic for beginning players is when you flip something away, let go of the button. That gives you an opportunity to get the ball back on your flipper, relax. And now we've completed the red light. So the left ramp now will escape, and we'll light up. Oh, that was pretty nice there. It was unintentional, but tip flip there. Get around the ramp. I find that the easiest way to make the ramp is to shoot the left loop and do this as kind of a combo shot. That hole at the top is intended to make it easy to make ramp shots there, but I find that just the flow of that shot, and Steve Ritchie may be famous in pinball for mostly for flow. That was a missed shot to the ramp there. I'm shooting that shot too early, and by doing so, making it so that it doesn't go up and around the ramp. And instead, it feeds right back to this area. Deliberate construction of the game to help players lose the ball more quickly. Look at ball one. Bonus gets hold over if you make another ramp shot after 5x multiplier, and so I've got that value held over, and the red light is ready. As I plunge the ramp here, the light's going to come on, and we'll get the extra sound package from escaping. So I'm going to try to hold the ball here so you can hear a little bit of this. You know, and when this game was put together in 1985, there was just nothing like this at the time. This level of interactivity with the game yelling at you, a big red flashing light going off for a little while at least. It was all pretty brand new. Okay, buddy, pull over. And you know, you really feel like you're in a story. And that's something that we kind of take for granted as players now, because every game kind of has a story, but this game was one of the first to really make that happen. I know I should be concentrating on playing the game, but this is just a great one. You escape by reshooting that ramp and getting this nice sound bite here.
504, Big John away, over. 504, this is dispatch. E1. Big John away.
And this is also the start of multi-ball. Just, again, amazing construction of the game. Mechanically, the game is sound. Sound package, the artwork. There's also a nice little feature here in the multi-ball. The ramp shot is a jackpot, but you can also try to knock down, in arcade play, knock down the 9 targets. Wow! Oh, that was just awful. This is what I get for not concentrating so hard on the game there, talking about the impressive package. So let's try again, see if we can do better than that. We abandon that.
See what happens.
Now let's keep going. All right, let's see if we can put up a better game than that one. I was 1 million and change, which I believe would have been maybe good for last place in that that round 10 match at Pinburg. And those players had the advantage of, well, the disadvantage of never having played that game before, where I can play the game again and just fire it up again if I want to. So if I somehow beat them today on this game or some other game, it doesn't mean that I'm better than them. Far from it, in fact. There was some great play, and Matt Runston from Sweden took the #1 qualifier by going from like 500,000 to 3 million on ball 3. Very important game. It was worth $250 to him just by that, and allowed him the top position in the finals the following day. And that combo to the ramp was really satisfying. Probably the first instance of that combo that a lot of Steve Ritchie games are known for. Same kind of combo you see in Star Trek Next Generation, in No Fear, in Spider-Man, and even in, no, not so much in AC/DC, but you know, in a lot of games that Steve Ritchie has designed, that upper flipper is really put to great use, and just adds a whole new dimension to the game. You get the nice light show with the red light, reminding the player what they need to do next. And as you make two freeways on the same ball, and unfortunately I cut off that nice long display there, and we got a little bug there as it popped that first ball into play a little sooner than it should have. Not sure what happened there. But now jackpot is lit on the ramp. Everything else is still in place. You can still make freeways, you can still make spinner shots. By making 2 freeways on the same ball, you earn the ability to, at the spinners, at 1,000 spin, here's a chance at the jackpot. And just a note on strategy there. I had a ball up here in the upper flipper and a ball down here at the lower flipper. I was concentrating more on this shot than on this ball. And I actually wouldn't have minded so much if this ball went away, because 750,000, good stuff. And you know, this great music, great sound. Just the choreography and the sound, pretty much like nothing that was around in pinball at the time. Just a terrific, terrific game. And there's only 1 jackpot, so it's not like other games in the modern era with multiple jackpots in the same multi-ball. In fact, this was pretty much the first game to feature any kind of carryover jackpot. So the team of Steve Ritchie and Larry DeMar invented a whole lot of interesting pinball. The hurry up in Black Knight, the jackpot here, just some really quality stuff. Let's see if we can get that out of there. There's a good shove. And by going through the in-lane there, it actually relit the kickback, so now I can survive that one as well. A little dangerous to make that big a shove because the bonus is high. This is the maximum bonus of 345,000 plus the holdover. And you get a little bit of extra display effect. You get hold bonus by getting an extra multiplier beyond the 5x. So we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5 held. If you get the held, you get the value held over the next ball. So my bonus is already maxed out at 69,000. Oh my God! Well, good thing at least I got 69,000 out of it. So, and when you're talking about this game, there's just a very large degree of, you know, just momentum involved. something like that, large momentum, I'd say. Let's get some more action going here. Balls can end very quickly, as you saw on high speed. There is just everything in danger. It's also very dangerous coming out of those bumpers straight down the middle, and you think, well, they can't have done that on purpose. And oh, yes, they did. It's definitely designed to make that happen. So when the ball is up in those bumpers, you can't really relax. You've got to be ready for the ball coming out in case it comes out towards the center. That will light spinners. That second freeway is all important because the 1,000 per spin you're getting from these spinners is nothing to shake at. And let's try a spinner shot here and see how many points we get. 3, 2, 8, 1 is the score right now. Oh, we drained it. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was like 50,000 just from spins. And sorry to just be a little goofy about it. I was deliberately letting the ball go past the upper flipper and it drained. So let's go one more and see if we can even beat that 3-3 we just got. Good game, lots of 3s and 7s. You know. Definitely high speed, a game you can play a lot of. I own high speed for a couple of years. It was a terrific game, and boy, so fast when it's dialed in right. These yellow, these big red bouncy rubbers don't make it any easier. Over time, and this is I think what makes the game so hard, but also so satisfying as it goes, is you just start to get used to where these shots are located, also how to handle the kickouts from the ramp. So the ramp's going to feed here, and I'm going to try bouncing this one over and see what it does. So that's a really convenient, easy trap that I can get now out of that right kick. And I know from playing earlier that doing so from the left is death. So I'm not going to try that from the left. Spinners are lit now. And that's the ideal exit from the bumpers towards that. And if you miss that ramp shot, you need to be ready because it's coming down from there, down to the right. So there, that one I survived, but that was not a good idea. So let's see if we can get back into multi-ball. And talk about what to do during the multi-ball if and when you do get a jackpot, other than celebrate. So 100,000 per freeway. There was a backhand into the freeway. That's kind of lucky, but worked out. Those freeways has become an increasingly important part of the game. And doing that also is very helpful. If you can flick the ball into the in lane, either by backing up your flipper into the in lane or by doing what's called an alley pass, hitting it right off the edge of the flipper into the opposite in lane. It's just a beautiful play because it gives you the kickback lit and it gives you opportunity to then make the spinner, for in this case if I can get the spinner quick, I can get both freeways and collect 200,000. Oh, it didn't quite go all the way around, but that would have been nice there. So sometimes you see players, and excellent players like Keith Elwin and others who, if you're playing a game, especially where the ramp shot is very difficult or the flipper up there isn't powerful enough, playing this strategy instead of going for these freeways by alley passing, trying to light the spinner by passing it into the opposite in lane, and then making 100,000 freeway. Then get control. Alley pass, and you're getting 20,000 per lane there. And that was a bad mistake there. I was unable to trap the ball on the right. Should have tapped it over to the left and instead trying to live catch it on the right. Didn't work out. But as you can see there, if you can control the play and if you can do alley passing, you can make a very good score even on a high speed where the ramp is very difficult or impossible. On location, that's the only real downside I see to high speed sometimes, is that there are definitely high speeds where this flipper is not strong enough to make the ramp. And you might think that this is a fundamental flaw in the game, and it kind of is, but the designers, probably Larry DeMar, were smart enough to notice that this might happen. And there is a second way of getting into the multi-ball, which is to complete the 9 stand-up targets the second time. This time you have to make them all kind of on your own. But if you can make these 9 targets, you will, I think, light multi-ball in the hole. So there's 6. I need the 3 at the top. Those are tough. You basically have to get the 3 at the top by bouncing into them, fishing the ball up into the bumpers, and hoping for the best. One more to go. Come on now. You really can't get those targets on purpose, so. Son of a gun. But it's just interesting to me that they added this into the software, recognizing that there would be hardware issues with this difficult ramp. So right there is a shot marked release, and we'll see if we can make that. Still got 2 more to go. I'm going to light the kickback here. Well, trying to anyway. Danger with kickback games, and Steve Ritchie seems to love kickbacks, is that you can lose the ball trying to light the kickback. Now I need these 2 greens. I believe that if you shoot the hole, it will spot one for you. And so now I only got 1 more to go. And there it is. Escape in hole. Now, don't you want to go in your hole? And then, of course, I'm going to miss the hole and drain the ball, so you won't get to see what actually happens. But anyway, it was enjoyable while it lasted. There it is. And now, at least multi-ball is achievable. What happens in the multi-ball, unfortunately, they tied the jackpot only to the ramp. But if you're playing in an arcade and you hit all 9 of those targets again, you light an extra ball. So you can earn an extra ball during this multi-ball. You'll find the same kind of things happening in one of Larry's later games, Bonsai Run, which was Pat Lola's first design. They worked together on that, and the same kind of ideas going on where even though that the goal is tied to an upper flipper shot, an upper playfield shot in the case of Bonsai Run, there are still reasons to want to play the rest of the game while that's happening. Let's get the jackpot. And now after making a jackpot, you're like, well, let's keep going. There are no more jackpots, but there is opportunity to make freeways. 2 freeways on a ball will light the spinners for 1,000 each. And come on, you at least want to stop and admire the display effects and the music. So now, notice those lights are off again. So it is going to give me a chance to go for that extra ball. There is something else to go for. And the ball that I locked, the ball that scored the jackpot, is still up there. So I can play a 2-ball multi-ball here and just keep playing this until making a second round shot. Wow, that was really unintentional. Now with 2 balls locked, I get to play this 1 ball out until I either lock it on a ramp or drain it. Not really on purpose, but now with the 2 balls will return, and I'll go back to 2-ball play. And unfortunately, you won't get to see the completion of those lights. And wow, nice blow miss there as the ball blew by me on the left at the end of the game. But High Speed is a really deeper game than I think it's given credit for sometimes. There's so much detail in the sound, the animation, the effects, just all of that coordinated to make the game that much more fun to play. If you see one on location, or you can come to Papa to play it here, I'd love to have you, and love to have you play this game. Take care.